Yo, it's Zorb here. Today I'm gonna be bringing y'all another story time. I really do hope y'all enjoy it, and don't forget to hit that subscribe button, and let's get into it. So today we're gonna be talking about the time that I got caught skipping school back in my middle school days, my 8th grade year specifically. Um, so it all started just one normal morning. Pretty sure it was like a Friday going into the weekend. So, I wasn't really trying to go to school that day. Me and my buddy, we actually had plans after school to go to the park and, just hang out for a bit and just chill out. But we decided not to go to school that day. Don't know why. We just, didn't want to go. It was just a weekend, so we wanted to, just get done with it and get onto the weekend because, every middle school kid hates going to school unless, I don't know, you're some popular kid, that loves going to school. And, yeah, fuck it, go to school. I mean, I'm not gonna encourage not to, but I just didn't like going to school personally. So we ended up skipping school and we lived probably like 3 to 5 minutes away from each other, walking distance, because I didn't have a car at the time. So I ended up walking to his house, and took me about 5 minutes. And once I arrived, he was asleep. Normal him to be sleeping at 8 o'clock in the morning. We had to be at school at 8:30, so we only had 30 minutes to get there, and we had to walk. So um, I had to wait for him, and I had this idea of, like why even go to school if you only got 30 minutes, and me and him wants to go to the park, so we might as well just go to the park. And I was a kid, I wasn't thinking, and highly don't recommend go to school, y'all. But so I brung up to him the idea of, just not going to school and skipping school and going to the park and just hanging out at the park. And don't know what we are gonna do for 6, 7 hours at the park doing nothing, but we were gonna do something, that's for sure. And as we were getting ready to leave, his mom, told him to have a good day at school. Little did she know, we weren't going to school. We were going to go to the park, skip, and hang out. Probably meet a couple of our other friends there. And so as we were leaving, because you had to be at school at a certain time, and you're not allowed to go down these certain streets, or the cops were real bad. So we got down the street around the corner, and once we hit that first corner and we hit this long narrow road, this cop car lit up his lights behind us. And yeah, so we turned around and we were like, what the fuck, like what did we do? And the cop, told us that today we had to go into school early. There was some orientation thing, and we didn't know that, so we were actually an hour late to school. Like I said, we didn't even know, even though we weren't going, but we were planning to go to the park, staying low until school was out. Then we were gonna go back home and just chill out and probably play some COD or some skate. And obviously that didn't happen. The cop ended up asking us where we were going and why we weren't in school. And we basically explained to him that we missed a bus and we had to go and walk to school that morning. And he didn't believe us. We were bullshitting out of our asses, but he didn't believe us, obviously. I mean, he had no right to, because the bus, for that day, we thought it was gonna arrive, at normal time around like 7:30, 7 fucking 50. So, um, we got done talking to him, and he basically told us we had to go to school, or if we didn't go to school, he was gonna have to call our parents and get our parents involved. And so he ended up driving us to the school, bringing us into the office. Um, we ended up having to actually talk to our parents anyways, so it was a trap. Fuck you, cop. Um, but anyways, we got to the office and we had to actually talk to our parents still, so it was kind of fucked up, kind of really fucked up situation. And I was like, well, why am I gonna go to school if I already got caught? But he ended up calling our parents. Parents ended up coming to the school, talking with them. Me and him both got ISS for the next 4 days. Had to sit in a room, absolute silence. I mean, the teacher in there was actually pretty dope. We were able to play cool math games and just chill out really every day. As long as we got our work done. We actually had a Minecraft server in there, believe it or not. But anyways, that really concludes the story. We ended up going home and sleeping that following day and just chilling out. We still played COD, so yeah. But I really do hope y'all enjoy the story and don't forget to hit that subscribe button and peace out.